Hi, everybody. It's Rodney Rissanen for another episode of Rodney's Life Lessons. Today, I'm going to talk about an experience that I've had, and I communicate with my guides, with Creator, those higher beings, the ancestors. What I'm referring to is I lived in affordable housing for 4 years. I worked in harm reduction for that same amount of time. I worked in an overdose prevention site where I would actually oversee people literally injecting heroin, smoking heroin, crack, meth. And if they overdosed and they were, it was our job, it was our responsibility to recover them. There's no more powerful feeling than someone is dying in front of you, turning blue, doing the death gurgle. And because of your training and applying that training, you actually saved their lives. I remember one time, you get compassion burnout in this field when you see people not wanting to change, when you offer them every opportunity. Here's a job, here's housing, here's everything that you would think that they would want, and you come to the realization that the only thing that a lot of them do want is more drugs. They're not at that point in their lives where they're ready to stop, they're ready to change. Doesn't matter how many people die around them. In that 4 years that I lived there, I saw, not physically saw, but 21 people that I knew of in that area, in that direct, who I've known died, overdosed and died. And I remember saying once in my mind, it says, "I'm not their keeper. I am not the keeper. I'm their brother's keeper." To which Creator and my spirit says, "Rodney, in fact, you are their keeper." And that was very profound for me, because what a lot of us want to do is ignore these people that are struggling, that are in a lower position in their lives that we might think we are, right? And what we need to realize, and quantum physics, quantum mechanics helps us to understand this at a more scientific level. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of the double slit experiment. This was a quantum mechanics experiment where they had a sheet of wood and it had two holes in it, and they were shooting a beam of light at that, and how the light reacted as it came through the two slits was being observed, because on the back wall it showed particles on both sides. And they inadvertently let this experiment run when they went home, and to their great surprise, the results were considerably different when they came back the next day. What had happened, and what does happen, is the experiment knew that it was being observed, and this changed the results of the experiment. Another thing that they've noticed is you could cut a grape in half and move half of it 5,000 miles away, and when you alter the one half, the other half is altered as well. The chemical structure is altered. So what this shows is everything is connected. So what I'm tying this together is those brothers and sisters that we see every day, we are connected to them. So if we have an attitude towards them, if we have anything other than loving, compassionate feelings, it affects them. So our very thoughts and attitudes and feelings affect everybody around us. Like everybody, we are all connected. In a metaphysical, spiritual way of looking at it is we are all Creator having a human experience. And when it's like you throw a pebble in the pond and the ripples go everywhere. Like everywhere, there's nothing that it does not affect. So our very thoughts, actions, and deeds affect everybody around us. This is really important because we need to get ourselves in check. If we want society to improve, if we want people that are hurting, homeless, addicts to improve, we need to cast the ripples of love and compassion and caring. Because realistically, that person that you might be looking down on is an incarnation of you. This is another version of you. So when you pass judgment on that person, regardless of their situation, you are passing judgment on yourself. Like, these emotions ripple out into the universe. I've studied a lot about this. I've had mentors, teachers, elders talk to me about this. It's like, we need to get ourselves in check. We need to treat everybody like another version of ourselves, because realistically, that's what it is. And, you know, see, we go through lives learning lessons. Somebody may be learning a very low-level lesson, and we may be, you know, head and shoulders above that. I remember I was living at my son's before I got into harm reduction many years ago, and I saw some homeless people, and I said to him, those frickin' losers, man. And right away my guide says, Rodney. And they showed me when I was in my past life, when I was struggling and homeless and addicted and destitute and stealing and all of this. Just because I have evolved and done the work doesn't give me the right to judge those people that are at an earlier step in their spiritual evolution. We're all at different levels. If we're all at the same level, wouldn't it be boring? Seriously, wouldn't it be boring? Like, we have people above us that we look up to, that we reach to, that we, you know, can you teach me? And we have people at a lower level that we can help teach, that we can extend our hand to and help them up. So instead of casting judgment on people, reach out and offer a hand. Do you mentor anybody? Does anybody mentor you? We are in a powerful position to help others, and we can just as easily hurt others by our words, by our thoughts, by our actions, by our deeds. I encourage you to step every moment in a sacred way, to walk in a way of prayer, to understand that your attitude, your thoughts, your words, your feelings ripple out to the very cosmos. All people around you feel that. They really do. If you're standing beside somebody and they're threatening, and you can literally feel it. Your spidey senses start tingling. It's like, whoa, you know, this person's, you know, got some bad mojo, there's some bad juju going on, and you can feel it. People can feel you. So I encourage each and every one of you to call yourself higher, to want to improve, to understand that your words and thoughts and actions and deeds affect those people around you. And if you can help those people around you feel in a better way, that it affects everything. With great power comes great responsibility. Once you realize these things, it is up to you to help others. Love you guys. I hope this message helped. Take care. Bye.